Go ahead. Take a seat. You want to say anything, Cherry?
Go vote for me for Content Creator of the Year. I'll sponsor like a giveaway. If y'all go comment done in the comments, then I'll sponsor a Faded Culture package to somebody who votes for me. You gotta really be out here campaigning like you're running for the President of the United States of America, bro.
Kissing babies on the forehead. What's going on, Faded Culture? My name is Adrian and Barron, and we're back with yet another tutorial. Today we got my buddy Cherry on the chair, and we're gonna be doing a ball drop mid fade, and we're gonna add a little bit of texture on top. I hope y'all enjoy, and let's jump right into this tutorial. There you go. Nice.
I would have done it better, but whatever.
Jumping straight into this tutorial, we're gonna start our first guideline right under that temple peak area, using our clipper with no guard, lever completely closed. And y'all did hear Cherry in the intro. She mentioned that she will give away a Faded Culture care package to anybody that comments done after y'all voted for her for Creator of the Year in the description below. So notice how I stopped the guideline at the back. Now I'm gonna start on the opposite side at that same temple peak area and then just go ahead and connect them towards the back. This is just to ensure that our first guideline is consistent all around the head. Next, we're gonna go ahead and open up the lever completely and take this next guideline up about a finger's width. Really take your time, try to be as consistent with it as possible to make sure that it runs parallel to the one underneath it. And yes, my clippers are zero gap. There will be a video in the description below on how we zero gap our clippers, which I highly suggest you try. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and put on the number 1 guard. You're gonna notice that the lever is gonna stay completely open as we set up the canvas. Only thing that's gonna change is the numbers on the guards, and we're gonna go up in numerical order. So now go ahead and use the 1.5 guard. Again, lever stays completely open. A few people have mentioned on how or if it's possible to do a fade without using the half or the 1.5 guard. Yes, it is, but it is very tedious. So for the money, I highly suggest you go ahead and get these guards. Now moving on to the number 2. Again, lever completely open. And if y'all didn't get a chance to see last week's product review video, which was our first one, I'm gonna link it right here on the top. Make sure y'all do check that out and let us know any new products that y'all would like for us to go over on this channel. And notice how I did switch my small brush for a comb when it comes to the number 2 and 3 guard. Just gonna go ahead and recomb the area into its neutral position. And that number 3 is the last guard that we're going to use to connect the sides to the top. From here you should have 2 guidelines. The first one that we created with the lever closed, and the second that we created with the lever open. We're going to go ahead and start with that one and work our way down. Just don't get confused with the part that she already had on the side of the head. We're going to slap on that half guard and close the lever just slightly, putting it into a 3/4 position. And we're going to go ahead and start attacking that second guideline. And it is creating a faint line right above it. But do not take this step any higher, as we will come back right now with the 1 guard and go ahead and remove that. So like I mentioned, it did create a line right above it. So now my 1 guard, and I'm gonna leave the lever in that 3/4 position. So it's basically all the way open and just close it slightly. And you're going to notice how I'm using mainly the corners of the clipper to attack this line. This is just to ensure that I don't take the fade up any higher than I need to. And it just helps to get into these tighter areas to remove those dark spots. And now for this last guideline, I'm going to focus on just one side of the head at a time. Starting with the lever completely closed, take that up about 1/4 of an inch or so. Second, we're going to go ahead and open up the lever halfway. Again, taking it up about 1/4 inch, using mainly the corners of the clipper. And finally, lever completely open. As you can see, we're all done with that right side of the head. Now we're going to go ahead and repeat that same 3-step process, focusing just on the back side of the head. And once you're done repeating those same 3-step process all over the head, we're going to go ahead and start with our trimmer in a forward position just to get a lot closer to the scalp. And once you remove the bottom hair, you'll see that it does leave a faint line, and that's going to be our guideline for our electric shaver. As you approach that faint line, make sure you are using the electric shaver as if it was a pair of clippers and you're flicking out. Now, using my half guard, we're going to go ahead and lever play to take out any dark areas and just tighten up the fade. Now, using our very own faded culture shears, which you can find at fadedculture.com, I'm going to go ahead and come in and add a little bit of texture by point cutting. As for the edge up, always starting in the center and working your way to one side, and then always recalibrating from the center and continue to the opposite side. Now, using my faded culture Turkish style razor, go ahead and insert your blade, snap off the ends just to make it a little bit easier to insert. Apply a little bit of shave gel and begin by shaving with the grain, using your opposite hand to help stretch out that skin. And if your clients ever get designs or hard parts or anything, guys, always make sure you clean it up with the blade just to make it that much sharper. And always brush off all the hair as much as possible. I don't know why it bugs me when I see people promoting their haircuts and their clients is still full of hair. Adding a little bit of water before we come in with our product, and this is just to ensure that we can work the product from the grain all the way up. And this is a matte clay that we have, and here I'm going to blow dry that product onto the hair versus just slapping it on. And I am using warm heat to melt the product in, finishing it off with a little bit of hair enhancements. And here is the final product, guys, a mid drop fade with added texture on top. I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. I hope y'all took something new. As always, let us know down in the comments below what hairstyles y'all would like to see on this channel, and now let us know what products y'all would like for us to review on this channel. As always, guys, my name is Adrian Barron, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.